Unlocking Divine Wisdom, David Wilkerson's Path to Spiritual Growth. Imagine standing at the crossroads of life, faced with choices that could lead you down paths you never anticipated. You might be wondering, what if there was a way to navigate these decisions with divine wisdom? What if there was a guide who had already walked those paths, learned from their trials, and emerged with a profound understanding of spiritual growth? That's where David Wilkerson comes into the picture. He's not just a name in the annals of Christian literature. He's a beacon of light, a mentor whose journey through the tumultuous waters of life has led him to unlock divine wisdom. In his book, Unlocking Divine Wisdom, David Wilkerson's Path to Spiritual Growth, Wilkerson shares his insights, lessons, and reflections that have shaped his life, and by extension, can help shape yours. David Wilkerson's path was anything but smooth. Born into a broken home in New York City, he faced numerous challenges, including poverty, addiction, and despair. However, it was his encounter with Jesus Christ that transformed his life, leading him to become one of the most influential figures in the revival movement of the 1970s. This journey was fraught with difficulties, yet it also provided rich soil for spiritual growth. A life transformed by faith. Let me tell you this, faith is not just a belief system but a way of life. It requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. In his book, Wilkerson recounts how his faith was tested when he faced the decision to stay in a church that he loved but found spiritually dead, or to leave and start anew with a church that was vibrant and alive. He chose the latter, which turned out to be a pivotal moment in his life. This decision pushed him out of his comfort zone, forcing him to confront his doubts and insecurities. Yet, it was precisely this challenge that allowed him to grow spiritually and become the person he is today. The power of prayer. One of the most powerful lessons Wilkerson imparts is the importance of prayer. He emphasizes how prayer is not just about asking for things, but about seeking to understand God's will and his ways. For Wilkerson, prayer became more than just a means to communicate with God. It became a tool for self-reflection and a pathway to deeper understanding. In one instance, he recalls praying intensely about a particular issue, and later, God revealed a solution through a dream. This experience reinforced his belief that prayer is not merely a formality, but a vital part of spiritual growth. Overcoming adversity through community. Wilkerson's story is filled with adversity, but he never let it defeat him. Instead, he leveraged these adversities to build resilience and community. He describes how his involvement in various ministries helped him connect with people from different backgrounds. These relationships were not just superficial, they were deep and meaningful, providing a support system that sustained him during tough times. By sharing his struggles and successes, he built bridges between individuals, fostering a sense of unity and purpose. Finding purpose in suffering. In the face of immense suffering, Wilkerson discovered that pain is often a gateway to deeper meaning. He reflects on how his own struggles, particularly his battle with drug addiction, led him to seek redemption and ultimately, a new life. His story illustrates how even the darkest moments can serve as catalysts for transformation, enabling us to see beyond our circumstances and find hope in God's promise. Embracing change. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of Wilkerson's narrative is his willingness to embrace change. He acknowledges that growth is not linear, but rather a series of ups and downs. In his book, he recounts how he had to adapt to new environments, roles, and expectations. This adaptability taught him to be flexible and open-minded, qualities that have served him well throughout his life. Embracing change, he believes, is essential for personal development and spiritual maturity. The importance of mentorship. One of the most heartening aspects of Wilkerson's journey is his mentorship. He mentors countless individuals, guiding them through their own paths of spiritual growth. This role model status is evident in his interactions with his students and followers, who often describe him as a father figure and a source of inspiration. Through his example, Wilkerson shows us that true wisdom is not confined to books, but is passed down through generations of believers. Practical lessons from the journey. Wilkerson shares several practical lessons that are invaluable for anyone seeking to deepen their spiritual walk. One of these is the importance of self-discipline. He emphasizes that true spiritual growth requires discipline in both thought and action. This includes setting aside time for prayer, reading scripture, and reflecting on one's beliefs. Wilkerson's own struggle with addiction underscores the significance of self-control and the necessity of making conscious choices that align with one's spiritual values. Another crucial lesson is the power of humility. Wilkerson frequently speaks about the need to humble oneself before God and others. He recounts instances where he had to admit his mistakes and seek forgiveness. This humility not only strengthens one's relationship with God, but also fosters trust and respect among peers and followers. It teaches us that vulnerability is not a weakness but a strength, allowing us to connect more deeply with others. The role of storytelling in spiritual growth. Finally, Wilkerson uses his own life story to illustrate the power of storytelling in spiritual growth. He argues that stories are not just entertaining, but are tools for teaching and learning. By sharing his own experiences, he creates relatable narratives that resonate with readers and listeners. These stories serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us our own struggles and possibilities. They remind us that we are not alone in our journey and that our experiences, no matter how challenging, are part of a larger narrative of faith and redemption. In conclusion, David Wilkerson's journey from a broken home to becoming a revered leader in the Christian community offers profound insights into the process of spiritual growth. His life is a testament to the transformative power of faith, prayer, community, resilience, adaptability, mentorship, self-discipline, humility, and storytelling. As you read his book, Unlocking Divine Wisdom, David Wilkerson's Path to Spiritual Growth, remember that your own journey of spiritual growth is unique and valuable. Just as Wilkerson's path was shaped by his encounters with adversity, your path will be shaped by the choices you make and the lessons you learn. Embrace your journey with openness, courage, and a spirit of faith, and you too can unlock divine wisdom and transform your life.